All right, who goes there? Who's there? And from where? Oh. All friendly. Be nice. All friendly. Hey. Hey, how are you? Good. Good baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, they're all friendly, just so you know. You can let her off. Who goes there? You get 6 people. 6 people must love a good beach walk. I'm going to take you up that rock. If I can get 6 likes, 6 thumbs up, we will hike up that rock together. Can you hear me? Somebody let me know if you can hear me at least. Check out the rip right there. Can you see the rip? 14 people. Give me 6 likes. We'll go up that rock right there with Daisy. Because Daisy's a good baby. But check out the rip. I think I've taken you swimming out there before. Check out, I'm gonna try and zoom it up. Look at that rip. So if you're ever out there and you look at the can, see the can? See how the can's leaning? That means the tide is going out. And then if you look at a boat, the boats out there are also pointing out, or the bow is in and the tail is out because the tail is tethered to anything. That guy will be back in about 5 minutes, I bet. Who wants to bet? He has kids on his boat, I think, and they are going to get knocked around. How come nobody's liking this? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Yo, what's up? Luis, Jesus, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm not really sure. You want to go up here? You want to go up? Here we go. Let's go. Fetch him up. Fetch him up. Come on. Let's go. Right up. That's disgusting. People should figure out how to... Ugh. Here we go. We're going up. Whoop. Look at that. That's called 4-wheel drive right there. So when you see a car with 4-wheel drive, and then a car with 4-wheel all-wheel drive, That's what they're mimicking right there. 4 independent limbs working together. And it works real well. 2 likes. Whoa, look at this. Look at that boat out there. Are they crazy? So this is, I mean, I don't know what that guy, so that guy right here is going out and he's saying to himself, oh, he's turning around, I think. But it's a north breeze. There's plenty of land. We're not going to be caught in any waves. If you look out here, loads of waves, right? And then he's saying to himself, yeah, but then it's smooth sailing, or there aren't a lot of swells. I'm assuming they're going that way, because if they're going that way towards that island, you can see all the white caps out there. And it's because when you get by that jetty of land, all of a sudden it's open. And these boats will get smashed around. But it's interesting. Why take the chance? What's the big deal? Right? You see what's happening to that boat right there? That's incredible. I personally love it, and I'm crazy enough to go out there in this because I always have. And I'm supposed to go kiteboarding in about an hour, so I will be out here with those waves, jumping the face of those waves, all of those waves. It hasn't picked up as much as I hope it will pick up, because it only feels like it's under 12. It's definitely under 12 knots right now. Is it beautiful? 5 likes. I love it. Is this beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Why would you take your dogs to a place where it has deep water? My dogs, Daisy, Big Al, he's our lifeguard, and Georgia, I have no idea where Georgia is. Hopefully she's not in the water, but they are really good swimmers. She is a bird dog though, so generally they listen to me, and generally they're very good swimmers. Come on, Georgia, there she is. So they won't go out there, or I hope they wouldn't go out there. But if you look at the ducks right here, that's where they would go. And if you, there's something called a back eddy, or kind of you're in the lee of all of the chaos. And these birds generally will be in the lee, because they don't want to get beaten around, and they won't go where the break is. That one particular one is where the break is. But in the most general sense, they're gonna hang out, and it's coming over now. You can see it. See the little baby right there, and it's gonna come to these ones right here. So if she went out there, yeah, easy come, easy go. Just kidding. Luis de Jesus. I'm trained in the sense that I've been out in these waters forever. So when I was growing up, I'm in my 50s. It was there. You'll hear some older people. I'm assuming, Jesus, you're younger. There's something called the School of Hard Knocks. Have you guys ever heard that before? The School of Hard Knocks. And so I've been in all of these waters since I was about 6. My parents put a life preserver on me, and I had a small 8-foot handmade wooden boat, and I learned about the waters, and obviously survived. And then I started getting bigger boats. So I was like I had a 13-foot whaler, Boston whaler, 13.4, and I would go out here and I'd jump all these waves. And that wasn't so smart, hurt my back a lot. Beginning of back trouble. But yeah, and I would go out there and I'd sit on the edge of these rocks and get beaten by those waves, or the spray would hit me. Dangerous, yeah, a little bit, but calculated. And calculated danger is something that we use in life every day when we cross the street even. And we all take it for granted, or when we drive in a car, right? We all take that for granted, but that's calculated risk. You have two hunks of metal coming at each other. The only thing that separates us is a yellow painted line. What? That's insanity. And somehow we survive, we thrive. It's necessary. So I kind of do that out here in the water. And in about 2 hours, if I could strap this camera to my chest, you guys would come for a really fun ride. And hopefully I'll go out and have a couple hours of fun, and I'll come back with a smile on my face. But I've had issues before where I've had to swim back from about 2 miles out there. And I've had to swim back out. And that was a little scary, just because there are there are definitely big fish out there. That's cool out there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a red, I'm gonna zoom up. There is a red, they call that a nun. It looks like a nun's hat out there, right there. And it's right, the interesting thing is it's right in the break. So the boats that go out there and don't know the harbor would have to go through that breakwater. And then if you're, a guy who's been here for a while, I might deviate around that. You don't want way. That's all sandbar, and that's trouble. But right where that nun is, right there, that's getting pounded. That's not a lot of fun. So it goes green. Can you see it? Green, red. So you're supposed to go in between all of those. Red. So in between them. And Georgia. No. Come. No. No. You're coming with me. You're staying with me. Yeah. Jesus, she might be listening to our podcast here. She might have wanted to go see the babies out in the water. I don't like this at all. It's fun. Do you guys like this? I have 5 likes, 5 people. You guys like this kind of stuff? Hi, Jerica Jones. Oh, my dogs are trained. Yeah, I spend a lot of time with my dogs. And if you spend a lot of time with your dogs and love them, but they also have to understand that you are alpha, or that you're in control and they're safe with you. Generally, they will. Where's Big Al? They are going to look for you to give them the okay to do almost anything. Like if I go this way, they're going to probably circle around. They know these rocks really well. But they will always look back, and they'll always look for you to basically say, it's okay, go for it. And that is like when you look at your parents, you'll probably say, I don't know, this looks scary, mom or dad. Can I do this? And then they'll say yes or no. And then based on their risk tolerance, they might say, I never want you going up that. Or they might say, yeah, go for it. Go up that rock. Again, back when we were growing up, it was the school, literally, they call it the school of hard knocks, because they would send me up that rock and I could fall down that rock. And it was generally okay. Some people had stitches, some people got cuts, some people skinned a knee. I certainly did that more than once. There are rocks that we go out in the middle of the water and we jump off. I can show you a couple right now. I think you've seen them though, if you've been here before. Hit that like, guys. Let's see if we can get double-digit likes. And if you like these walks, ask me a question. So my dogs are trained. I've trained them. Am I trained? I'm like an advanced scuba diver. I have a lot of certificates, but there's nothing better than getting out there. And progress comes from experience and baby steps, and then increasing those baby steps, and then vibing based on what you're good at. That's how like, if it was tennis, that's how the Western grip came into play. Yeah, we don't want her to go out there, but she'll figure it out. Yeah, she definitely felt the pull of that wave, and she was like, probably not a good idea. And I'm gonna stay away from the shoreline. Look at all this, all those rocks. All those rocks came in from out there, and those are all giant pebbles, I believe, mostly, right? You can see a brick right there, ancient bricks from the ruins. But a lot of these are pebbles. I think that's a giant pebble. There's Big Al, my cookie. Come on now. So I'll turn my back, I'll start to walk, and she'll come. And she knows that if Alpha isn't there, it's for a reason. Oh, there she is. And now she came back and came in front of me to let me know that she was a good person in my pack, or a good animal in my pack. And if I whistle again, they'll come again. See them turn? And now they know. And they'll come running by me again to let me know. And what can you do to get them? I mean, they love love, and they also love treats. Just like all of us love treats, right? Look, there they are again. That's Daisy. Yeah. So, when I was younger, oh wow, lots of people here. So what I will do, and kids, is I'm gonna walk them this way. Come on. Come on. Here they come. Just like that. And right in front of me. So I will walk them down the beach, and then I'll cut up the backyards of a few friends' homes, and just kind of keep it simple. My dogs don't fight. I don't know if other dogs fight. Wow, look at that. That looks crazy right there. Right? Looks like the water's coming right up onto the rocks. Do you think this is beautiful? Nobody's asking questions, which is fine. Are you enjoying this? If you're enjoying this, hit like. I never know if I should do this kind of stuff. It's interesting. I see other people doing this kind of stuff, and I've always been like, that's so strange. That's so hard they're just talking. And now I find myself talking to 12 of you. It would be really cool if one day it was 100 of you, 1,000 of you, right? Just like anything else. I have no idea what you guys like. So in the comments, tell me what you like. Oh, see, she's gonna get nailed right now. Yeah. Animals are generally pretty smart. You always get an outlier. That's a lot of power right there. Look at these waves. Wow. Is that so cool? I love it. Do you love it? 28 people. Fantastic. Look at my babies go. You see them? And then Big Al. Where's Big Al? There's Big Al. See? See how he continues to turn back? See how I stop and they look at me again? And there is a wreck up there and I will hold it short of the wreck. Hit like if you think this is beautiful. And if you want me to zip it, tell me in the comments. If you want me to talk about anything in particular, tell me in the comments. But hit like. This isn't easy, and certainly if you don't like it. Or hit follow, how about that? I've done this a couple of times. Jessica Jones. 2 people have said something. 3 people have said something. Cool. I guess what we're going to do is I'll hold it out for another, so you can see how that's chaotic right there. That's generally okay. And so the only thing that could happen to her is she could get pulled out in like a rip tide. Oh, you can see one right there, a rip. But dogs generally don't panic. And it's the panic that gets people into serious trouble. So, rule number 1, when you fall in water, don't panic, right? Float. If you float, you're fine. If you don't panic, you can float longer. If you panic, you start to, smash, you start to flail your arms. You do a lot of things that do a couple of things. Creates more chaos, right? You don't make good decisions when you're flailing, right? What else could happen? With the chaos of the water, you could inhale water. There's so many things, but we know that the body is generally buoyant, right? So if the better you get at swimming, like I'm pretty good at swimming, I can float. I can just, because my breathing is fine. So what I would do if I fell in and I was getting pulled out in a rip, like right there, I would float. I would float until I could make a calculated decision, just like all of the calculated decisions going up the rock, all of the calculations going into everything we do on a daily basis. All friendly. All friendly. Yeah. So much fun. I love it. Big Al we haven't got a lot of rain, so Big Al's been peeing on all the plants, trying to water them. He's a very smart young man. Come on, Al. Hey, guys. Big Al. Yeah. He's the lifeguard. Hi, baby. What a good baby you are. What a good baby you are. What a life. See how calm it is in here? But you can see the churn of the water. So water, here's another tidbit. Water, have you ever been in a building or like in an area where the wind is crazy and gusting and unpredictable? Well, water acts a lot like wind. So when the water is being pulled out, as you can see right here, it's hitting rocks. It's hitting everything on the bottom. And there are different levels on the bottom. So it's sending that water up and down. And sometimes it will even swirl. If it you see there's a bend here, so that water will swirl and create, sometimes it's something called a back eddy. And that means even though the majority of the water is moving in that direction, the back eddy will make it spin in the other direction. And we're currently even seeing that, to give you a different idea, we're currently even seeing that with a hurricane. And that's why we're starting to get these, a little bit of wind and swells. We're on the outer edge of it. And winds go they move in a direction, but they also are circular. And so depending on where you are in that storm, depends on what you're experiencing. Depending on where you are in that water, there's my friend Frank. He's a great guy. We're so lucky. He's truly an amazing, amazing guy. See if we can get him to wave. Nope. There he goes. Yeah. Whoops, did you see it? He waved. So funny. He's funny because, so he's another guy about my age. Where is he? Don't tell him that I said he's actually older than me. Lots of laughs. But grew up in the same way I did. Doing calculated things that, maybe our parents didn't appreciate, but we were just on the edge, just pushing it. And it gave us the ability to make what became calculated decisions that were actually pushed the boundaries at one point, and then those boundaries reset. Different example. If any of you run track, right? 4-minute mile. When I was growing up, no way you can break a 4-minute mile. You need an automobile to do that, motorcycle, something electrical. It's not possible. Now, people in high school run 4-minute miles, break the 4-minute mile. Somebody on here may break the 4-minute mile. Nobody's asking questions. All right, I'm gonna zip it soon. But anyway, it takes mastery at a certain level. So baby steps get bigger. Then this is a court. I play a lot of court sports. And this is similar to a court. This is where we play. This is how we play. And here are the rules of this game. And then the people that gain mastery say, okay, I've played the game long enough, and now let's try this, knowing that I'm safe. And if it doesn't work out, I'm closer to the edge, which is actually really, really, really fun, in my opinion. So the edge is a little dangerous, but we make decisions based on calculations. And hopefully we can get as close to the edge as possible, probably with some failure, but probably failure without something that's too serious. And it does happen. Serious things do happen. But I think, at least in my world, I try and be as calculated as possible. and I've almost had fingers ripped off, but I still have my fingers. I've definitely swallowed my fair share of that river and that ocean. But I've had some amazing experiences, and my edge tends to be further out than most people. And so it's truly exhilarating. You know, I'm in my 50s throwing fun tricks that, quite frankly, I mean, you know, it's great. It has given me, it's just how I'm built. And if you're built that way, start with the baby steps and build up. And nobody has any questions, so I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna roll. I really wish a couple of more people gave me the thumbs up. Franco! I thought you were gonna have a board meeting out in the islands. What a day. What a day. Best babies. What a day, my man. Let's go. I'll hop in. The dogs will swim. These are the days you and I were born for. We love this. I'm about to go kiteboarding. It's a little light, but I will hopefully set a record today. I've had a good life, and I love being on the edge. All right, dudes. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for listening. Let me know. Oh, look at that. There she goes. No, you're fine. You're going to go into... Oh, boy. So when she was a puppy, I used to call her Wonder Woman, because she used to leap. I mean, she is a big girl, and she used to leap off things that she shouldn't have been leaping off. Come on now. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. Come on. Georgia. All the birds out there, they're feasting. I don't know if you can see them. A million birds. Having a good old time. Let's go eat. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Please hit like if you did enjoy this. Bye. Ta-ta for now.